Yeah. I had to come outside and walk around for this one. I'm out here in South Carolina soaking up some of this sunshine, you know what I mean? But this is one of those stories that is basically a clarification of everything that you've ever heard about me and LL Cool J, all right? I want to break this down, and I want to tell y'all exactly how everything really went down. You know what I mean? Because, back in those days when we first met, I was drinking 40s and all of that. So majority of the stuff that you heard on this internet shit was shit that was made up. You know what I mean? Even some of the stories I even fell into, I don't even remember, you know? So the only battle that me and LL had might have been ego versus pride. Because LL Cool J and Mikey D never had a battle. Let me make this clear, people. LL Cool J and Mikey D never had a battle. We never, ever battled. So all of this talk that people say about, yo, Mikey D used to tear LL Cool J up in the battles. That's bullshit, because we never, ever battled. First things first, let me clarify how we met. And like I said, I was drinking, so a lot of the motherfucking stories that I was telling during the interviews, I was making up as we went along. You know what I'm saying? So now that I have a clear, sober mind, and I was able to reach back to my boys like Dave Molicio and Mellow C, my man Cal, you know, now I'm able to revisit the truth. And I'm gonna share the truth with y'all. And after I share this truth, I'm not gonna talk about it no more. All right? Because me and LL, we are in a great space in life. I'm happy for him. He's happy for me. We have a mutual respect for each other, and it's brotherly love. That's it. At the end of the day, it's brotherly love. So we can knock all this battle shit out because we never, ever battled. The way we met, it wasn't about him being the dopest rapper in Jackson or me being the dopest rapper in Springfield. That was some shit that made a lot of sense, you know what I mean? And with me drinking my 40s, you know, I fell into that fucking story. What really happened is Dave Molicio was my man. Cal was LL's man, Mellow C. LL used to rap with Mellow C. Dave Molicio used to be around all of us in Laurelton, me and Mark Miller and the LA Rap Masters and Johnny Quest. We was like the neighborhood Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? And I had went off into my own thing. After dealing with the LA Rap Masters, I dealt with Phenomenal Four, I dealt with the Clientele Brothers, and all of that. I started doing my own solo thing, like out in the parks, you know, without the crews and all of that. I would be out there battling and making a reputation for myself in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So, LL, to my understanding, he caught wind of me through the street tapes and stuff like that, you know, and Cal, his partner, and Dave Molicio, those brothers was talking, and L wanted to meet me. He didn't want to battle me. He didn't want to, you know, we didn't have no kind of beef. It wasn't about him being in Jackson and me being in Springfield. He wanted to meet me out of respect.
I don't remember exactly where we met. All I remember is that he was just, you know, had a great reputation in the neighborhood, was the hottest artist in the neighborhood, and, you know, was the hottest MC around in Queens, and everybody talked about him, and I wanted to meet him.
We were the same age, we were both hungry, and I was buzzing in the streets, okay? So Dave Molicio and Cal hooked it up to where we could meet at a spot that we all used to frequent, which was Roller Castle in Elmont. It's right next door to Queens. So when you hear me saying that we met there to battle, and you always hear me saying we started off by comparing notes and all of that shit, and instead of battling, we became friends, that's bullshit. Because it wasn't about a battle. We did compare notes when we met. And I remember L telling me, yo, I've been rapping for 6 months, tell me what you think. And he spit some bars, and I was attracted to his cadence, his vocabulary and all of that. You know why? Because it reminded me of me. You know what I'm saying? We were both the same age. We are the same age. I got him by a couple of months, but I thought I was the only one that had that aggression and stuff like that. And like I said, I was already out in the parks doing it. And he said he had just started maybe 6 months ago or whatever the case may be. But the thing is, I was impressed. You know what I mean? And from that day on, we became boys. It wasn't about no motherfucking battle. And even if you listen to him say, he said he never had to he didn't do that much battling. That was me. Anytime we went out, he didn't have to battle. I took care of that. But L had my back at all times. All right?
Mike used to really get him. Mike was the one. I wasn't really I didn't do that much battling like that. I mean, a little bit here and there, but Mike really, used to get him. I mean, that was Mike's thing. He's the rhyme animal and all that. That's what he want to do, so let him get busy. Yeah, he used to get busy. Mike definitely got busy. I don't remember many specific battles. I just remember rhyming in ciphers and cats walking away embarrassed. Some well-known cats now, still upset.
So everybody says this shit about him stealing my style and all of this. That's also a bunch of bullshit. Because if you listen to me, I said when I first met him, the nigga was already nice. He didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? How could he bite my style? He didn't bite my style because I would have known right off the bat if anything reminded me of mine. If anything, great minds think alike. And as far as the, forget the cookies, eat Mikey D cereal, that was me being egotistical, envious, jealous, in a miserable place and all at once. Because, like I said, LL Cool J, he always took care of business. He did what he had to do to make it to where he is. That was his thing. That's what he wanted. Me, I was in those streets. I was always impressing those streets. I wanted to be a street legend. I wanted to be, that street baller that never, crossed over to the pros and shit, That's who I was, So when Cool J, I had the Mikey D cereal first. Okay, I had that first because I had it first. Cool J came with Cool J cookies not because he bit my rhyme, it's because we were partners. So that rhyme was written to complement my rhyme. So if we ever rocking together and we going back and forth, and I say Mikey D cereal, and he says Cool J cookies, that's a compliment to the rhyme. We're feeding off of each other. We're not biting each other's style or none of that. So I get tired of people saying LL bit my fucking style and all of that because he didn't bite anything. He came into the game nice. He's still nice, and that's what it is. We never battled. So let's get to that. We never battled. Shout out to my man Zip with the drip. Zip with the drip. Let's get to that. Yo, we never battled. We never had a battle, and you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. We met on some respect shit, and, once records started being made, I was in the street, LL was in the street. I was out there with a bunch of niggas that didn't like him or motherfuckers that just wanted to say shit, and with the 40s in fueling my energy with anger, I fed into all of the bullshit. And I wanted the streets to remember that I was nice. It wasn't about money and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So I started attacking this man. I was wrong for that. I can admit I was wrong for that. So all of y'all can stop saying that I used to beat him in battles, because we never had a fucking battle, all right? So now you hearing it from the horse's mouth. This is history. Now, here's story. Stay tuned. Much love, LL Cool J. Peace and blessings. I'm out.